Tonight, a bill signed by Governor Scott creates a controversial change at all Florida schools. How local parents are reacting to the new law.
Plus, new details released about the victims in a Sarasota murder-suicide investigation.
And how the Suncoast could get funding for small businesses affected by red tide. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Right now, there are some very strong storms in the Lakewood Ranch area and other parts of the Suncoast. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, really exploded just in the last half hour or so. A large cell developing as a result of the west coast sea breeze and a couple of outflow boundaries. You can see it right there quite clearly. State Road 70, I-75 stretching off toward Terra. Some heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and even the possibility of some small hail. Doppler indicated hail with this cell, especially right around here near State Road 70 and I-75. So that would put you near Lakewood National, stretching off toward the interstate. It's moving gradually off to the west. Tops of these storms up to 50,000 feet in some cases, and that produces a tremendous amount of lightning and very heavy rainfall in a short period of time. This is the area that the radar has detected some hail. Now, it's not everywhere because a lot of times it's so warm that the hail melts before it reaches the ground, but in the levels of the radar shot, they are indicating some small hail there, and there is a chance that some of it could fall, especially right there near Lakewood Ranch, stretching northward to State Road 70. You can see it, the motion is trying to get to the coast, but having a hard time of it because of that west coast sea breeze kind of holding it off, but also feeding the storm at the same time. So this is not going to move much, and you could get some localized street flooding right there from Lakewood Ranch northward. It is building southward down near Fruitville now, and also toward Bee Ridge, so we'll keep an eye on that for you in places like Laurel Oak, as well as on into Lake Sarasota. You could start to see some pretty heavy rainfall there. We'll have more on this coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Topping our news, a new school year brings new state mandates for Florida public schools. Now, the phrase, "In God We Trust," must be prominently displayed on every campus.
Sarasota and Manatee County schools already have their signs up, and many parents and students had no idea. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us now with that story. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, "In God We Trust" is not only on the back of every bill in our wallets, it's also the state motto. Now, thanks to a bill signed into law by Governor Rick Scott, you'll find signs like these displaying the state motto in every school in the state. Students at Sarasota High School are walking around campus, most without a clue that this sign now hangs in their school office.
I've never seen that's the "In God We Trust" sign before.
I actually just noticed it right now as my principal showed it to me.
Those students' parents also unaware of the new state mandate.
I thought that there was separation of church and state in our country. While I believe in God, I certainly do not believe that it should be in schools.
That would be great if they can see that there's somebody that's higher up and looking for them.
Sarasota County Schools has printed these temporary signs, a quick compliance to the new mandate, and placed them in the main lobby of every school and district building in the county.
It was only a few weeks ago where we were talking about it in an executive team meeting that I was alerted that law had actually passed.
Sarasota County modeled their signs off of ones that were made in Duval County. These temporary signs will soon be replaced with permanent ones that will look almost exactly like the ones that are already in place.
We wanted it in the public location where most people enter, and as you know, one of our safety and security pushes for the district is single point of entry, and so we know everybody's going to be coming through our front offices, so we've got one of the signs going up in every one of our front offices at every one of our school sites.
It's really up to the school itself to decide where the sign is placed. Each sign states the Florida statute that mandates its existence, so that if someone is confused about why it's there, they'll know. The mandate did not include money to pay for the signs. That comes out of the school's budget.
The laws change and things change and rules change, and not a lot of times funding comes along with that, and this is a good example of that. We have to use our already stretched funds.
I reached out to Manatee County Schools to see how they're handling the state mandate. According to a district administrator, they've printed out signs of a state seal, which already includes the phrase "In God We Trust." That seal is hung in the lobbies of the school. You can see a picture of it on our website, mysuncoast.com.
All right, Jess, thank you. So what do you think? Who do you support this move? We have a poll on our Facebook page where you can vote and leave your thoughts on that new law.
Well, a suspected school shooter, Nicholas Cruz, appeared in a courtroom today. His former classmates began a new school year. Students returning to Marjory Stoneman Douglas High are still grappling with a new normal. It's been 6 months since 17 people were killed in that shooting. Officials used the summer break to overhaul safety measures, adding dozens of members of support staff, thousands of new surveillance cameras, and placing officers on every campus.
I'm not concerned at all. I understand that today this school is the most safe school in the country.
Cruz was only in court for a short time today for a status hearing. The next one is set for the end of September. A follow-up now to a Sarasota murder-suicide investigation that we first told you about yesterday. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies found 2 people dead inside a home on Crest Hammock Way on Monday. The medical examiner's office has confirmed that that incident was a murder, then suicide. Detectives believe Richard LaPrade shot and killed his wife Sharon before taking his own life. Anyone with information related to this incident is being asked to contact the sheriff's office.
City of Sarasota declaring a local state of emergency because of the continued effects of red tide. City manager is authorized to declare that state of emergency with the approval of one city commissioner. City says the declaration is necessary in order to get financial assistance from the state or federal government. Small businesses that have been affected by red tide may be eligible for interest-free loans of up to $50,000. Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan is asking the state to call on the U.S. Small Business Administration to make a disaster loan declaration for Sarasota, Manatee, and Hillsborough counties. Buchanan says the stench of dead fish and respiratory problems caused by red tide have led many tourists to cancel or change their travel plans to these areas. Retail shops, recreational businesses, and many more have suffered losses. Buchanan says the declaration could provide these businesses with affordable loans to help cover financial losses.
And for all of our latest coverage on the red tide outbreak, head over to our website, mysuncoast.com/redtide. Well, happening right now, Florida Power and Light representatives are in our ABC7 newsroom to answer your questions about your energy bill. You can call our phone bank at 941-552-3127. That number right there on your screen to talk to an FPL representative directly.
Sarasota Bradenton International Airport announcing the man who's been serving as his chief of police for the past decade is leaving. James Carlino's last day will be August 31st. Airport officials say Carlino is leaving to pursue teaching opportunities and to work in the private sector. The resignation comes as Carlino was the subject of a misconduct investigation at the airport.
An update now on the local criminal courts program to help veterans who get in trouble with the law. Vets make up 1% of our overall population, but 8% of the jail population. This jail diversion program attempts to put certain nonviolent offenders through regular treatment. One local judge tells us sometimes the traumatic stress suffered by veterans in the service can be difficult to deal with in their civilian lives. This program can help them find their way.
We have retired colonels and lieutenant colonels who are volunteering their time, and as mentors, we find that the veterans relate well to fellow vets.
This Vets Treatment Court originally began 10 years ago in Buffalo and is now helping vets right here on the Suncoast.
Coming up, how a couple devoted to hurricane relief efforts in the Caribbean was gifted the wedding of their dreams.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast, plus a look at the historic face transplant that's given a suicide survivor a second chance.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. Get an all-new 2019 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $24,999, or save big and get up to $13,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closets Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Florida Power and Light representatives are at ABC 7 today to answer questions about your energy bill. Jacqueline now joins us from the newsroom and our phone bank with more. Jacqueline?
Scott, I'm here with Florencia Oliveira from FPL. We're talking a little bit about what drives up your energy bill and how you can save your money. As you can see, we have a couple people here that are joining us to talk about some of the questions you may have. Now, Florencia, I want to ask you, starting off, what is the #1 driver when it comes to those high bills, especially in the summer?
Well, it's definitely the heat. It's all about beating the heat this summer, and your AC is the #1 driver of high energy bills. In fact, it can represent up to 50% of your bill or more. So we have a lot of tips that our experts are sharing with customers, like setting your thermostat at 78 degrees or more. For every degree you raise it, you can be saving. In addition to that, it's really important to change filters, right? The filters are almost like the lungs of the air conditioning unit, so you need to make sure that you either clean them or change them monthly to make sure your AC unit is working efficiently. And if you're using a fan, for example, just make sure to turn it off when you leave the room. Fans actually cool our skin. They don't cool the room or help circulate the air necessarily. So if you're not going to be in the room, you probably need to turn it off, just like we turn off lights.
Okay, great. I didn't even know some of those tips. Thank you. So second question, I wanted to ask you, many kids are heading back to school this week. We saw them all send them off on the buses. What are some tips for energy efficiency for mom and dad when it comes to back to school and how they can save some money?
Absolutely. So back to school is typically a time of year when we're spending money, right? We're getting some supplies. And as parents head out to buy a computer, for example, we recommend that they actually shop for a laptop versus a desktop computer. It's actually up to 80% more efficient. And of course, you can take it with you, and it's great. In addition to that, if they're in the market for a new printer, perhaps for the family, we recommend an inkjet printer versus a laser printer. They're much more efficient as well. And when you're shopping for these items, it's important to look for the Energy Star logo. That means that the item is energy efficient.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Florencia. Well, we are just getting started here in the ABC 7 newsroom. Again, you can call us here on our hotline number. We'll have that number for you, and you can get some more questions and details about many questions that you might have back at home. Sending back to you, Scott.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. Now to a major milestone. For the first time since Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, everyone on the island has power. That blackout was the longest in U.S. history. And also kind of a reason to celebrate for some. This couple who gave so much to help after Hurricane Irma devastated St. John, taking their engagement photos in the aftermath, has now been gifted the wedding of their dreams. ABC's Deborah Roberts has the story.
Bride Lauren Saya to say, "I do." For the couple who call the island of St. John home, it was bittersweet.
They haven't just weathered the storm together, they have truly conquered it.
Last September, their world turned upside down after Hurricane Irma and later Hurricane Maria, both Category 5s, devastated their paradise.
One of the most devastating things I've ever seen or ever been through, to see such a beautiful place in complete terror.
There's a lot of emotional wounds as well. We're all still healing.
While working to rebuild their lives, Lauren and Marty teamed up with Kenny Chesney's Love for Love City Foundation, also helping rebuild their beloved island.
I was there from day one doing what any human would do with, the resources that we had.
Despite the wreckage, the couple still finding beauty and magic around them, as captured in these stunning engagement photos taken by hurricane survivor Anne Biquette. The images went viral. With their wedding on hold, Anne, a dear friend, had another idea.
Being in the wedding industry and knowing all these amazing vendors that I do, and immediately called my friends of LLG Events and asked them if they would help me give them a wedding of their dreams.
For the couple who gave so much back, an amazing gift, donations offering them a dream wedding.
It was just magic that we could take such a tragic event and make it positive.
These people that have come together to make this all happen, it's just incredible.
Deborah Roberts reporting there. Great story.
Yep.
And the aftermath of all those hurricanes from last year.
Hopefully no more storms around there this year. But we are looking at our fifth named storm. It's out there in the Atlantic. That's where we like to see them.
Absolutely.
I noticed a trend that these storms are starting to develop in outside the main development region, because that's where the water temperatures are much warmer. So if they develop all in the North Atlantic, that's good. But there's also, we have to remember, the Gulf of Mexico is very warm, and so is the Caribbean. We are looking at some rainfall falling heavy right now associated with our afternoon sea breeze. We got that southeasterly wind throughout most of the day, and the sea breeze has developed, and the storms have really started to intensify right along I-75 into Manatee County and now stretching down into Sarasota County. Radar picture showing high pressure and a slow trek to the north of us now, and that's bringing us that southeasterly wind, and that again is our typical pattern for the summer months. We haven't seen much of that though. There's limited storm activity around, but one cell in particular has really exploded just south now of University. Lakewood Ranch and Town Center getting some very heavy rainfall. Frequent lightning strikes here. It's although the rain is still heavy north of State Road 64 up to Parrish, it is weakening as far as the lightning intensity goes, and there is a possibility of even getting some small hail as these storms have really exploded into the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. Number of strikes not all that impressive, but still quite a few blue strikes indicating a lot of positive strikes. And this is the hail forecast. If there were to be any hail, it would be right in this bullseye from about University northward to Lorraine Road and just a little bit to the north of that. There is that possibility, but as I said earlier, the atmosphere is so warm that a lot of times if there's hail detected in the storm, by the time it falls and reaches the ground, a lot of times it evaporates, and not evaporates, but changes over into liquid. Lakewood Ranch, as I mentioned, Town Center, a heavy downpour there right now. And it looks like near I-75 UTC, some tough rain. Stretching northward now all the way to Terra, getting some moderate to heavy rainfall. And in Lakewood National, the golf course there, some tremendous amount of rainfall there just a minute ago. Waterleaf all the way over to Heritage Harbor. And you can see that rain is still pretty intense there. I took the lightning out to just show you the intensity of the rainfall. Pretty heavy, but that's about it. It is slowly trying to build back against that sea breeze. Sea breeze is actually helping it move along in terms of intensity, and it's also starting to build southward now. So folks along Bee Ridge and stretching down to possibly Clark Road, you may see this start to develop there as well. These are some of the cities, if it were to continue on its westerly course, which is moving very slow at about 5 miles an hour, some of the cities could have an impact from that storm. The Titan radar picture is showing limited activity down to our south and throughout central Florida. There is some drier air to the east of us. Some of that will start to work its way into our region and shut the storms down for the most part. come Friday, Saturday, and possibly even into Sunday. The Futurecast indicating that these storms will be winding down, and then we'll see a pretty cool evening because of the rain-cooled air around. Tomorrow we'll start off with sunshine, partly cloudy in the afternoon, and once again, a chance of showers and storms developing along the sea breeze front. They will be scattered. They'll be pushing from the southeast to the northwest, and that sea breeze will kind of hold them off. And then eventually we'll break it down and carry them toward the coast. But that rain chance is pretty small. Not everyone's going to get the rain. Similar conditions expected for us on Friday afternoon. As far as that wind forecast goes, it'll be out of the southeast throughout most of the morning. That will help somewhat, but we really need some stronger winds to move in to really start to blow this red tide out to sea and all the effects of it. 90 right now in Orlando. It's 88 in Sarasota. Cooling in Lakewood Ranch where the rain has been falling for the past 10-15 minutes now. Southeast winds turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. The rain chances I mentioned, lower than average, but still there. 30% chance for a few late day storms Thursday. Same goes for Friday, a little bit less on Saturday and Sunday. Not as many as you would normally expect because of a little bit of drier air that'll be slipping in. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. In First Alert Traffic, we're seeing a crash at the intersection of 41 and Cortez Road West in Bradenton, and it is causing just some minor backups in that area, but not too bad. But something to watch out for. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, a suicide survivor getting a second chance after receiving a historic face transplant. 21-year-old Katie Stubblefield is the youngest face transplant recipient in U.S. history. She's featured on the cover of National Geographic's September issue. At 18, she tried to kill herself with a gun and was left with serious injuries. She's using her story of survival to raise awareness. Now, if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at any time. That number is 1-800-273-8255. Well, we know that a lot of stress can impact our thoughts and mood, but can too much stress actually make us more likely to get sick? A recent study suggests that it can. Researchers found that those with stress-related disorders were more likely to develop autoimmune disorders. A doctor with Cleveland Clinic says we have a response to stress that initially causes alarm, then discomfort, followed by exhaustion. If we can develop good active coping responses early on, he says it can help provide a buffer from some of that stress reactivity. Coming up, how a couple trapped inside an ice cave for 30 hours made it out alive to tell the story, and why this little girl has gone viral after receiving a massive Amazon delivery.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs. Most payments are on their way within 24 hours. Yes, sir.
I need medical exams, things like that.
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Don't hide it. We know that sometimes emotions just get the better of you, especially at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. And we know getting a deal on the Honda Civic, a 2018 KBB.com Best Buy, can be quite liberating, especially when this stylish Honda Civic comes with Sport Mode.
Yes! Yes!
Express what you're feeling at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
I'm happy you're happy.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Civic today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now to that miraculous ice cave rescue in Wyoming. A husband and wife trapped for more than 30 hours in freezing temperatures.
Yeah, that's not the right video there, but this was supposed to be a birthday celebration for the adventure-loving couple. From this video, inside the cave looks like a dark and freezing, surrounded by ice and water. The pair, who are experienced climbers, found themselves lost and stranded 30 hours after entering the cave. Rescuers pulled them out.
Well, some amazing video shows a whale trapped in a fishing net being rescued by the Chilean Navy. It happened in the seas of the Patagonia region near Puerto Williams. According to the Navy, the mammal was tangled in crab nets and couldn't move. Officials described that whale as agitated and fearful. Now, it took divers more than an hour to rescue that whale and get it untangled.
2 Russian cosmonauts suited up for a nearly 7-hour spacewalk today. The 2 exiting the International Space Station just before noon. They're installing equipment to track animals, releasing mini satellites, and collecting microorganisms. The 2 cosmonauts are part of the 6 crew members that make up Expedition 56.
Well, take a look at these pictures of 6-year-old Caitlin Lunt posing next to a towering Amazon delivery that's now going viral. Well, she accidentally ordered nearly $400 worth of toys and games all by herself. Her mother says it was supposed to be just one Barbie, but when she let Caitlin use the phone again, that mastermind saw her chance. Instead of returning those extra toys to Amazon, her mom took Caitlin to donate them to a children's hospital, which is a great way to kind of give back in the same sense. Even though, you know, you spent $400 on toys by accident, but at least she was able to give it back to some people that needed it.
I hope Caitlin learned a lesson here.
Yeah.
Her mom will make sure, right?
Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, how Sarasota Memorial Hospital is honoring its first African-American physician.
And what a local organization is doing to try and prevent a nursing shortage here on the Suncoast. And right now, Florida Power and Light representatives are in our newsroom to answer your questions about your energy bills. You can call our phone bank at 552-3127 to talk directly to an FPL representative.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $22,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The day you lose your strength is the day you lose your independence. Muscle is lost with age, affecting your energy, balance, and mobility. Before you know it, you're depending on others just to get through the day. But you can reverse and prevent muscle loss. Introducing MyoHealth, a revolutionary proven approach to increased muscle strength and function in as little as 30 days. Live life on your terms with more energy and confidence.
After a serious health issue put me down, MyoHealth's getting me back up again.
I'm doing activities that I haven't done for a long time. It really works.
MyoHealth is a safe, natural dietary supplement, the result of decades of research and 24 human clinical studies. You can live stronger at any age with greater strength, mobility, balance, and energy. Call or go online now and take the MyoHealth 30-Day Strength Challenge.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics.
What happened to my life was awful.
When your health is compromised, we investigate.
They are really drug dealers in white coats.
Corporate greed exposed.
How do you trust them to run this program?
The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.